Hello and namaste everyone. I'm Harshit Gautam and I'm a student, tech and AI enthusiast, and I'm writing to reflect and I'm also building ideas. So, this video is like a summary of my latest LinkedIn post that I uploaded last night. Last night means on 27th of June 2025, and even this video, while I'm shooting this on 28th of June at night, quarter to 11 p.m., hook was resting isn't wrong. Now you see, this seems to be a very small topic, that resting isn't wrong. Okay, resting isn't wrong, but still we have to rest, and so you might be thinking a lot of other concepts inside this small phrase, but it actually captures a whole world inside it. Basically, uh, what I wrote in my hook is that resting isn't wrong, it's the end of June. Were you serious with your goals? Maybe not. Neither was I. Because here's what I thought would happen and what actually happened. So, I had this question with all of you, and I'm still asking with all of you that it's the end of June. Maybe you're watching this video in July or later, but while this is the end of June, I must say that this video must work as an evergreen video to watch at the end of any June, be it of this year 2025's June month, while there are 2 days left in the end of this month, or be it of 26, 27 of any year, but the end of June. I hope you got it. So what I asked was that, were you serious with the goals? Because as I've said this before, in my some previous post, I've said this before that. So I had this post uploaded on LinkedIn at the start of the month, that welcome to June, and what is it? Welcome you all. June is special. Then I told that June is the month of risks, success, trials, failure, and a whole organized cycle of all of these things. Basically, you try, you risk, you fail, you again try, you again, you risk it again, and maybe this time you succeed. If not, you fail, you try again. And as I said, it's a whole organized cycle of all these concepts. Now, as I said this at the start of the month, which means today, while this month is going to end, we must ask ourselves if we did what we really wanted to. So, I also said in the start that this month gets one a lot of time. Yes, if not really, I must say at least comparatively more time than usual. Basically, this month actually gets almost everyone a whole lot more time than other months, other hectic months, because this is the month of vacations, and the one who will work hard, will grind, like who can grind or who can work hard for just this month to achieve what they really want, or even take a step ahead. This month might work as a very precious 30-day period for all of those. So, while I asked in yesterday's post that, were you serious with your goals that basically you mentioned at the start of the month, and the obvious guess is that maybe not, because neither was I serious. Because see, I was serious, I was passionate, I did many things, I completed many tasks and goals, and but still there was something that hindered it, and a lot more than this. that I learned, actually learned. So we'll look into what actually hindered my progress. So basically, I'll start with my talk in the beginning. I might add some general talks in the middle, and then the stage is all yours. The comment section is all yours. So basically, what actually hindered my progress, the first point is sleep cycle. So yeah, I should not read this. I can speak on it very easily that there were times when I felt that if I have started this project, if I have started this holiday homework or this chapter, like the other day I was studying semiconductor electronics. I felt like, okay, I have just started. Why to pause it at the middle, like when the half of the chapter is completed, and why to just stop here and do the rest tomorrow morning and just go to sleep? It felt like, okay, just complete it. You just started it. You can revise it in the morning or in the afternoon or so. You can complete its notes later, but you just complete it then because I know myself very well, and you all know your own selves very well. So we all know about ourselves, about if we would be really able to do it right now in this present moment, in the or maybe the future. So sleep cycle is what I must say hindered not only mine but many people's progress, because in vacations I have seen people completing series, like even I thought of but couldn't. Yes, so many nights I stayed up until 6 a.m. watching lectures or finishing homework that costed me half the next day, waking up late, feeling lethargic, and lagging again. So I'll summarize this. Basically, watching lectures like semiconductor, as I said, that was an example. But if I move on to chemistry or physics, or I mean the other chapters of physics, which actually took longer time to revise or so, it actually took more time, and I was awake till the 6. I remember the as late as the and I remember the most late till when I was awake was around 7:30 a.m. when I slept for, I guess, 2 hours. So let's not talk about this. Let's talk about how it caused the next day. Basically, you wake up at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. You wake up so late, and then you feel like you feel lethargic, lazy, and you then sleep again. You just don't feel to do the work. You procrastinate it. You delay it for further events, and this, my friend, gives you a lag. This lags you behind. The second point is health. Basically, this is a connecting point to the poor sleep cycle. Basically, poor sleep led us to poor health. I often felt weak and got headaches and body pain, which at times felt, okay, leave it, just complete this, then you'll rest. I made it an incentive based journey at times, but it really doesn't help, because you do the rest of the task, you complete the rest of the task in a lethargic, in a very low state, which doesn't keep it efficient and might make problems for later tasks. And basically, at the end, we have to rest. As I said, rest isn't wrong. Resting isn't wrong, actually. It helps us to regain our state of focus, or maybe the state of progress, the motivational state. Basically, I should not promote motivation like this, because it's just a simple. It's just a small period of time for which we are very much conscious about everything. Now, the third point is thoughts. Basically, what happened was that I found myself trapped in my own head. I was thinking a lot, reflecting too much because, yes, when you write sometimes while writing my book, editing my book basically, and writing other stuff, you reflect your own thoughts, which at the end brings them back to you. So it's a complete cycle that brings those thoughts back to you. And while we think a lot and reflect too much and waste time, basically thinking takes a lot of time. These small but infectious thinking sessions feel deep but are mostly distractions and waste of time. Okay, I might be taking a lot of pauses, but it's just because this video is really sudden, it's impromptu, and I'm not really sure. But it's something I thought of talking about because it's the end of June. Either we did it or we couldn't. So, what's next is the main goal for all of us. The remaining 6 months of this year should be very crucial for us. I guess so, if I'm not wrong, if I start from the 1st of July, there must be 184 days left in these 6 months in the rest of the year. And I must tell you all that about what I learned from this, what I learned from these hindrances, these mistakes. So, resting isn't wrong. Again, resting isn't wrong because I have sacrificed my health and my sleep a lot of times this month. My parents must have seen me sleeping for 13 hours sometimes, but those less than handful times when I slept for more than 8 to 9 hours, basically around 10 hours or 11 or more. Those were just because of a long time period because of a long period of time when I was working, when I was trying to grind, wake up at 4:30, sleeping at 1, and or maybe vice versa. Maybe I was waking up at like going to sleep at 5 in the morning and then waking up at 10, and sometimes I actually woke up very late, 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Basically, if you rest a lot, okay, this is a general idea, I must say. Everything feel many things feel good, gives us happiness and or maybe satisfaction or whatever. Anything, as much good it is, as much good it is for ourselves, according to us, it gets more and more dangerous if we exceed the limits. Basically, हर सब कुछ अच्छा है, लेकिन सब कुछ खत्म भी हो जाता है जब वो लाइक अपनी लिमिट से बाहर चले आए या हद से ज़्यादा हो जाए, है ना? If you exceed some pleasure kind of thing, it may harm also. Basically, I hope you must have got it. So it was just the general idea which I said about, and what I really had to say is that resting isn't wrong, but unplanned rest is a risky task. So if you really have a plan that okay, you are productive in the morning or maybe you are productive at night, so you'll be sleeping at 2 or 3 in the morning and waking up at a certain time. It should not be like that you're sleeping at 3 in the morning and then either waking up at 12 or maybe 12 or maybe in the afternoon 1 or 2 p.m. It should not happen like this, and neither should it happen like you slept at 3 and then you're awake at 5 or 5:30 or 6. The term we use is 5 a.m. club. The people who wake up at 5. I'm not connecting with the book, but in the general way, I hope you must have got that it should not happen with a very low or very high sleep time. Next is that a messed up sleep schedule ruins more than a day. Why does it ruin more than a day? Because as I said, that it it costs you half of your next day, but it at the right extent, if I say, it actually ruins the momentum. It actually ruins the momentum, which messes up, which ruins everything, which ruins the whole day. You're thinking that what you're thinking in the whole day, like be it while eating, doing some other work, or even while reading, your other thoughts, your guilty feelings might show up and disturb you in your further tasks. Hope you must have got it. Next, I would like to say is that health should be prioritized. Everything depends on it, because if you're not healthy, you can't do a lot of things. This is the one and this is one and only. This is the best part, or maybe the most important thing that I learned in this month. So, which is that health should be prioritized and everything depends on it. It's not only about your physical health, but about your mental health also, because doing a lot of stuff like I was doing and maybe I am doing makes you feel overwhelming, makes you overwhelmed, then it just ruins everything. It just takes off your brain. If I continue with the next point, which is overthinking is not productivity. Okay, if you overthink about your project, your book, what you're writing, or something else, your tasks or your goals, and say I was productive because I was thinking about my goal, how to achieve it, so and so, it won't be considered productive. And at the same time, reflection to lead to reflection should lead to action and not delay. Basically, what I mean by reflection phrase is that while you're reflecting, while writing, maybe your blog, your journal, or whatever it is, you should directly lead to action. If you're reflecting by writing your business plan, by writing your next project, or by making a video on it, or whatever it is, you should it should basically directly lead to your action, to your next steps, and move ahead and not just delay it. Like, we have seen people, even I was, and maybe I am a type of person still. I might have reduced it a lot, but we must keep it to zero, like watching tutorials and so on. For programming, if I say, I have watched a lot of tutorials. I have watched a lot of videos and have practiced a lot less, in lots of topics. And if someone asks me some question about those right now, I won't be able to answer, because I know that those concepts were learned quickly and not practiced so much. I'm not talking about the ones which I learned in school, because those were practiced a lot of times. But I'm that person who always tried to move ahead of the curriculum, and I'm still lagging with my tasks. Okay, this was about coding, but in any task, we see people watching videos on how to make a business, how to earn a crore rupees as a student, as a college student, freelancer, school student, whatever. But are we really doing the hands-on task? Are we really doing it practically? I always believed in practicals. Yes, actually always believed in practicals, but if I reflect myself right now while making this video, while recording this, I might remember this, that most of the time I couldn't continue with the practical part just due to some or the other excuse. See, I wasn't making videos for so long for these lot days because I knew that I haven't edited a lot of my chapters. I am still stuck in the fourth one or the fifth one. Even I don't remember. Although some of the part, like the by author's bio and so, is completed, but still I know that I have almost nothing to update about my book to the people out there. I have a few of my scripts ready. I have few of my topics ready, on which I have to make a video on. Even this video is coming. Like as I said, I'm recording this on 28th. I had to record this on 26th, 25th. I guess on 24th also. But that video might have had other topics also. That, oh, okay, the 6 days in this month are left. You should reflect or so and so. Reflection should lead to action and not delay. Again, I must end this point over here because this might lead to increase this video's size by 10-12 minutes more. Okay. The next point is not achieving everything doesn't mean failing. It means to learn how to do better next time. Yes. Yes, I have my to-do list. I have my list of tasks I had to achieve, I had to complete this month. There are still many tasks left unchecked. Many, I mean, half of the tasks are unchecked, and still, I'm not really that sad or angry about it because I know that it doesn't mean failing. I know I will cover up because, anyhow, we have to believe in ourselves. It basically meant to learn that we will do better next time. If I move further, I must say that the next point was that planning isn't just about writing goals, it's about knowing your limits, tracking your habits, and making adjustments. Yes, I can show you right away this chit in front of my table, just on this green board, that what task I have to do. I might read out because nothing different. That maximum tasks are my holiday homeworks only. This is a task list of 3 days: 24th, 25th, and 26th June. Hey, now you might say you are recording this on 28th. Is there no checklist or so? No, because these are only left. Even these are left. Why would I move further now? Okay, next point. Basically, this point meant that we should not always just jot down all the tasks and goals we have to achieve, complete, and so on, but know about our limits. That will we be able to do? If I have written in this that in a single day I'll complete the current electricity chapter, complete the notes of capacitance, and also complete the AI file. Do I know my limits, and will I be able to do it? It might happen that I'll complete the chapter lectures and the file, but the notes will be left, and then another backlog of this chapter's notes will be there. Then another thought is that I might complete the notes and the AI file, but then the chapter will be hung. And see, like it is said in syllabuses that the first 3 chapters are the heaviest in all, and if you cover those, your most of the tasks will be lighter, although they doesn't have so much weightage in the exam. Still, if you know, you know. And this basically means the same, that it's about knowing our limits and tracking our habits, making the adjustments that, okay, if I'm not able to complete all the notes, I have to complete half of the notes. Yes, but I have to complete all the tasks. I know my limits, that I won't be able to write so much, so I'll reduce the task. Making adjustments isn't bad, isn't failure. Okay, next point is that I need to stop waiting for the perfect conditions and just start small but consistently. This is the point that made me record this video. This is the point I reflected a lot on. I need to stop waiting for the perfect conditions because it felt like, okay, I'm not in a mood to make the video. I might mess up a lot. Okay, I was mentally strong that, okay, I must not fear with the mistakes. I'll either cut them down or correct them at the same time. But I'll start it. I'll begin with it. This video is going a lot long, but I can assure you that even this, with this broken English and a bit of knowledge that this 17-year-old have, might make you more knowledgeable with a few points that you might not think of. I must not feel that I'm making this video that means that I'm more knowledgeable person, but it's my goal to make videos and to, it's basically my goal to share my journey, talk about what I felt, what I learned, and make it a general talk on the video, and try that people might, this video might be, this topic might be helpful for others. So yes, don't stop, don't wait for the perfect condition, and start small. Although it shouldn't be as small as reels and shorts, it should be something that you like, that you really like. But consistency is the key. Okay, but now July is round the corner, and now that I know, now that we all know that success doesn't come from just letting, from just letting everything go and set new goals. See, there's a book I still have to read, The Art of, I don't really remember, I won't mention this. That, okay, there's this art we all must have, there's this skill we all must have of letting go, but we must also know when to let go, when to not. What I said was that we all know that success doesn't come from just letting things go and making new goals, but it is also not by just setting goals for a month. And so it basically means that there are many options which lead to the wrong path, and the right one might say that it comes by showing up, it comes by staying mindful towards yourself, your actions, and being consistent. Okay, I won't stretch it more. My main message was just to tell that rest isn't our enemy, but if we plan it well, we can do much better in life, much better. And although it might take time for me to show up on this, to make this my habit, because this video actually is, this video isn't just about all, just for all of you, but it's a reflection, it's a self talk, it's like something that I have promised to myself while making a video, that okay, now I've said it in front of many people, although not many watch my videos, but those who will be watching, I've said this in front of many people. And although even if they don't care, I should care, I should care, that I should feel like they really care, and it will make me work hard, it will make me plan everything well. So just a few key points for the conclusion, that resting isn't our enemy. As I said, resting isn't wrong, but unplanned rest is risky. A messed up sleep schedule ruins more than a day, because it actually ruins the momentum. Health should be prioritized because everything depends on it. Overthinking is not productivity, And reflection should lead to action and not delay. Not achieving everything doesn't mean failing. It actually means to learn to do better next time. Planning isn't just about writing goals, it's about knowing your limits, tracking your habits, and making adjustments. And that we all must stop waiting for the perfect conditions to begin and start small, as small as we can think. But consistency is the key, which must be consistent. Because when we lose the track, we might also lose the destination. The wrong train or maybe the wrong track might lead us to this some other city. So I hope you all must have liked this video. If you are here till this very end, till these 30 minutes, if you have watched this video for this long, thank you very much for watching this till here. Like this video so that I'll be knowing that you have watched it till the end, and this will also give me some insights on should I make long videos or not, because this video wasn't just for all of you but for myself too, to reflect on what I felt, what I wrote, and everything. And as I said, a promise to what I said. So drop down your thoughts on all of this in the comments. Drop down your ideas for some other videos if you have, if you want some videos on certain topics. Also, I must end this video by saying that if you really think that you'll be getting insightful content for yourself from this channel, subscribe to this channel. And if you really think this it will help, that which I can guarantee will help, just also press the bell icon and set it to all. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay curious. Bye bye.